From the Watergate Building in Washington, this is Hotline TV. Now, here's Hotline editor, John Mercurio.
Welcome to Hotline TV. I'm Amy Walter.
And I'm John Mercurio. Well, while it's still early in the campaign season, we wanted to address some of the signature lines and well-chosen catchphrases we keep hearing from our White House candidates. Since we're the self-appointed authority on this and on many, many other issues, we would like to offer our advice to the candidates on what we think about their catchphrases. We've got about a dozen here to talk about, so we'll try to work through them as quickly as possible so you can get about your day.
All right, I'm going to start with the Newt Gingrich. In fact, this is a little bit like a fortune cookie. Yeah, I'm going to open it up and see what does the fortune say for Newt Gingrich.
We're at Miwa. You know.
Oh, you are on the website. I'm still not on the wall. It's just plain stupid to start running this early.
There's a lot of, he's the arbiter of stupid this year.
Yeah, he's decided that everything, oh, that's dumb. Oh, that's not funny.
You know, he's the cool kid. He is the cool kid. He's too cool for this campaign.
That's exactly who he is. He's the one, and then, but then, you know, you say, well, would you like to, what about you? How about you try it? No, it's okay. I'm cool. I'm cool.
You want to play football? No,
I'm
just gonna
I
go to the library
don't.
and hang out, stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, really.
It's just plain stupid to start running this.
You know what's I think it's kind of stupid?
What's that?
To assume that, I don't know, by September, October, there's like a whole lot of money just sitting out there for you to have, or staff or organization, or a vacuum still. Right. So I don't know. I think
his whole argument, not to spend too much time on him, his whole argument though was, well, I'm going to see how it goes through the summer, see if there's, a conservative alternative that the party has rallied around that looks like it can be a viable choice for the race. That has not emerged.
Well, I was going to say, like, how much longer do you wait? Like, you know what? Things are looking great on the Republican side. You're right. You better just wait.
Yeah.
Better wait because things are. They're looking pretty stable. You should wait for a shakeout here. So it's like, what?
He might have to put his money where his mouth is.
Yeah. All right. So done.
All right.
All right.
This is gaining momentum, not just with Brownback, but with Huckabee as well. Whole life, pro-life.
I seriously had that for breakfast.
That was the bread I had on my sandwich, the whole wheat bread I had on my sandwich yesterday.
Good fiber.
It keeps you regular. It keeps you really, really regular. But I will give it to them. I actually think this is a very good saying. Whole life, pro-life, of course, meaning that they're opposed to abortion rights, but then they believe that the sanctity of life is important to preserve throughout the human experience.
That's right. And I think that is what makes him sort of a unique candidate. We've talked about this before, but whether it's prison reform or Darfur or other human rights issues, he takes a very consistent stand.
Sure.
And in a year where we're seeing the word hypocrisy thrown around quite often, that's a nice stand to take. At the same time, it doesn't really give you much appeal in a world that is, in a political world that is so bifurcated, where you're either one or the other. Most people don't do that crossover.
It helps minimize, though, the
one-issue candidate kind of thing.
Well, it helps minimize the hypocrisy of both sides of the the pro-choice and the pro-life community. It helps minimize, if you are pro-life, it helps minimize the idea that you're pro-life, but you're also pro-capital punishment, or the conservative ideology has that sort of hypocrisy, as does the liberal ideology. So I think to some extent it addresses that and does it effectively, and in a small way it helps you appeal to people who support abortion rights, who not necessarily, but it helps you appeal to liberals without losing your conservative base. So we'll keep that one.
All right, I'll keep that one. Americans safer with the Republican president, Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, thanks for making it political. Thanks for making it partisan, Rudy.
Oh.
Is it just a Republican? If the guy has an R next to his name, if it's Ron Paul, is America safer? Rudy Giuliani, then he is a Republican after all.
So maybe he should say, but see, then the fear is if he says America will be safer with a Giuliani president, then you get into that whole talking in the third person, Bob Dole thing, reminder, that makes me absolutely crazy. So he can't do that either. But I do think, I will say this, so maybe there's a way to make it sound a little bit better, and you're right, not make it sound as if any Republican, regardless of who they are. But the point is, if Republicans are going to have any chance at all to win in 2008, they absolutely have to make the case that Rudy Giuliani is making right here. That it has. We're not talking about Iraq. We're not talking about time for change. We're talking about safer.
Right.
And that there's still a concern that Democrats do not look tough enough for voters. And so there. Fine. I said it.
All right, good. I am not a rock star. Look, I'm not a rock star. third or better. I mean, these guys who were running for third place, second place.
You know, it's
a
really
problem.
cute when you're, again, going back to high school. That's kind of a cute little thing, like, you know, sort of self-deprecating, can be sort of attractive. But running for president of the United States, I'd like somebody who has a little confidence, you know? A little,
Yo no estoy uno rock star.
see, that would be good. All right.
For Bill Richardson.
Yeah.
Third or better, I think, you know, the other sort of, who's used that in the past? I think people who basically run to be Secretary of State, or somebody who runs to be the Secretary of Agriculture, or the Secretary of Health and Human Services.
How about we're testing the waters, we're in the testing waters phase, and the water feels pretty warm. Fred Thompson.
If
know,
the water's so warm, Senator Thompson, please, just jump right in the pool.
Right, I don't understand. Or maybe he's in the pool, but he could be sinking. See, that's the problem.
Hey now.
He's been in the water too long, they get all pruny, and it's uncomfortable. If you're in there, just start swimming.
All right.
Stop with it. Stop. Done.
I think our producer is telling us that this
So
segment
we
has
are
gone on
way out of time.
We're sorry about that.
But as we like to say around here, hasta la vista, baby.
We'll see you next time on Hotline TV.
That worked well for Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.